This is longtime gamer Venry Fairden introducing Uncle Troy's Minecraft videos.
Hello there folks, this is your Uncle Troy. We're playing a little Minecraft today, and it looks like whatever happened last time that caused us to come back in the wrong location. About the end of about 2 episodes ago, we must be in a swamp biome. We left somewhere around lava level in a nice little secluded area, and when we came back to start the previous episode, we weren't there. We were up in a cave somewhere. So I was curious to see if that would happen again this time. Luckily it did not, so we still know roughly where we are. Of course, where we are is lost because we had really no idea where we were to begin with. We can always follow the compass back to spawn, find our base and whatnot, but I figured as long as I'm here, I might as well be exploring. And then I don't know why I had to light up that lava there. Alrighty, we've got lava going somewhere right there. That may or may not be interesting. Let's check it out. And alrighty, let's just go this way. Must be an open area up there. I think I just heard a creeper hiss to death. Ah, we had some gravel down there. That was the problem. So we don't want to go down there. But we probably want to go up there where that darkness is. Okay, had to go in and work part of a day today. So, and naturally, once I get rid of the lava, here comes the bad guys. Okay, and I just about backpedaled, but then I thought, I don't remember how much of this lava I left free. Alrighty. I think... There we go. Oh, and we have more darkness up there. Oh, and some iron. Good. We'll get that here in a second. But first, we have to deal with this creeper. I keep forgetting to sprint when I'm trying to run away from creepers. Alright, I see more light up there, so it's possible we have more lava. I see gold, iron. Good, good, good. Oh, good. This doesn't go anywhere. I was afraid it did. Oh, need to... what don't I need right now? I really don't need bones. And the only reason I'm really holding on to those rails is that my vague half-formed plan was that I was going to completely clear out and abandon mine shaft, get all the wood, all the fence posts, and all the rail. Okay, good. And I was about to say, if I'm smart, I can get this skeleton killed before he notices I'm after him, but obviously I'm not smart. Anyway, as I was saying, today was supposed to be one of my days off. Had to go in and work part of a day. Even more lava. Wonder where that zombie is that I'm hearing. This dirt here could lead to somewhere. But apparently not. Okay. Tomorrow, I have to go to jury duty. And anyway, I don't mind jury duty, but most people, when they talk about jury duty, they say, oh yeah, I got called in, I had to go on such and such day, maybe I stayed till the next day, I got to hear a couple of interesting cases, and then I got sent home. And I'm sure that's how jury duty works for most people in most parts of the country. That's not how it works around here. around here we don't get called in for a day and try a few cases and then go. What we get is called in and placed on panels. Panels got 20 or 30 people in it, depending on how many people were called and how many people showed up. And there may be 8 or 10 or 12 panels. And you may say, why do we need all those panels? Well, I'd always wondered myself, why we need that many different panels. And eventually it got explained to me. There has got to be a cave somewhere around here that I'm just not seeing. Because I keep hearing things. What was explained to me was that in rural areas, which is where I live, in a rural area, what they do is they, instead of just calling in people when they need them to make up juries, they instead, at the start of the year, assign people to panels. And then they give you a list of dates. And what you do is you call the night before each of those dates to see if they need your panel for a particular date. And sometimes they'll say, yeah, we need panels 1, 2, and 4, tomorrow. Or we need no jurors for tomorrow. Or we need panels, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, because there are going to be a lot of trials or whatever that date. Well, hello. It sounds like we are in a thunderstorm. I wish I was up on the surface to enjoy this thunderstorm, but I'm not going to rush back to it. Alrighty, nothing can get to me there. Alright, stand in the corner and make me some torches. I knew that I'd be called back over and over again. It was just kind of weird that I'd have to do that. And as I said, eventually someone explained it to me. Now, someone explained it to me was the judge that was present when we were getting put on panels. And she explained that in a rural area such as this, it's a relatively small population. Pretty much everybody knows everybody else. Everybody's related to everybody else. And so when you have some trials, rather than just call in 20 or 30 people to find, the 12 that can sit on the jury and a couple of alternates, you have to call in groups of people and pick and choose amongst the groups to find the dozen or so people who aren't related to the person being tried, or one of the witnesses, or one of the people involved in trying the case. I think everybody's all happy and proud when, somebody in their family becomes an attorney. Woo. Almost stepped into that, didn't I? So basically, the nice judge explained to us, in her own little way, why we had to bring in all these people and why we had to come back time and time again hello. Did I not notice that up there at all? I did not. There's some lapis, aka lupus. Not sure what I want to give up to get the lupus. Well, but yeah, it still is fairly rare. Oops. Even more rare now. Alrighty, I'm going to get rid of some of these arrows here. Looks like I could get a little more coal here. So basically, as others have pointed out to me, basically the judge was calling us a bunch of inbred hicks. Because you could not pull 30 people at random from the county without finding somebody related to somebody involved in the trial. Well, it looks like we have a full stack of iron. We have a full stack of iron now. Let's see, what don't I need? Oh, I've got 2 stacks of gravel. I don't need that. I need some more. Lots of interesting noises up above. But yeah, basically I'm admitting to being an inbred hick by explaining how our jury system works here in this county. Well, hello. Here we are back at this here abandoned mine shaft. Actually, I'm not sure it's the same abandoned mine shaft we were at before, but, you know, I'm just going to assume. Hello, Mr. Full-Size Spider, who apparently, I was about to say who can't get to me through this little area, but apparently he could. And the judge pretty much all but said we were a bunch of inbred hicks. Now, the funny thing about the judge was, I don't know if you've ever... Apparently, there was a creeper back there. And I hear an Enderman somewhere near. Those younger viewers may not have ever heard of somebody called Minnie Pearl. Her real name was Sarah Cannon. And she was a comedian a long time ago. And she told many interesting stories. Oh, where did you come from? Told many interesting stories about any number of things. But the thing about her that most people remember is her voice. It was a high-pitched, nasal, whiny, almost scary at times. Alright, that goes up, that goes down, something's after me. And the point of the whole story, punchline if this was a joke, is that the woman who explained to us why we had to get multiple panels, why we had to come back multiple days, why sometimes for some trials they would resort to calling many, many different panels in, because we were all a bunch of inbred hicks, sounded just like Minnie Pearl. That was her exact voice, was Minnie Pearl. And I do not for a second expect anyone to believe that basically Minnie Pearl came in and called all the people in court a bunch of inbred hicks. But that is exactly what happened. Alrighty, and we're back down to the lava level. Actually, this is where we said before we're going to have to go up and check, wasn't it? Let's make us a little scaffold here. And basically nobody believes that story. That it was a lady that sounded a whole lot like Minnie Pearl. That's the who explained to us that we're all a bunch of inbred hicks, and that's why we have to go to jury duty maybe 10 or 12 times a year. In fact, when I go tomorrow, I'm going to be placed in a panel, and then I'm going to be given an initial list of dates where I may or may not be needed. Alright, this is where we came in, so let's go back this way. And that is so foreign to some people that I actually had a boss apparently call the courthouse like right after I left his office. I brought in the schedule, explained how jury duty in our county works, and he says, okay, Troy, I understand. We'll cover the schedule on those days you have to be off. Just as soon as I left the office, he called the courthouse to verify that everything I said was true, because that was so different than, you know, what he had ever experienced in all his years of law enforcement, that he did not see how it could possibly be true. Alright, here we are in lava again. Lots of coal here. How much do I need? I don't really need any, but need is such a harsh word. Let's go ahead and top off on our torches and get about 8 of these here. And I don't mind jury duty as a concept. I think it's pretty bright. Working in security, as long as I have having been involved in a few trials, I've got a little better idea of what people think I do and how a court system works. Ooh, diamond, diamond, diamond. Sorry, Mr. Lava. I was going to let you stay, but because we have diamond right up here, we're not taking any chances. And just 2. Yep, looks like just 2 diamond. I don't particularly care. While I don't have anything against jury duty, and as I said, the jurors play an important part because, we are a jury of their peers, and we get to help decide the facts of the case. Basically, who is a reliable witness, who seems to know what they're talking about. And I think that's a vital part because we add a human element. If all it was a checklist, well, we prove this, we prove that, everybody goes to jail. Poof, Hello. That looks remarkably like, yes, this is, yes, I was just down here. This has got a gravel area. Yes, alrighty, I've been here. Okay, I was just here a couple episodes ago. We're good. So what we need to do is, I guess, swim back up to the top and playing, unless we see some other dark areas on our way up, we'll just assume this place is mostly explored, and we will try to find our way back to the surface then. And immediately after saying that, I find darkness. But as I was saying, if all there was to law was a checklist, well, we found him at the scene of the crime, he needed money, his wife says he's a jerk, put him in jail. That would, take out a lot of the human element, and a lot of people will go to jail that probably didn't need to be in jail. A lot of people would be found guilty that didn't need to be found guilty. And if you've ever been in court on the receiving end of justice, it's a scary feeling. I don't like going into court when I'm playing juror because it's scary just being in court. Plus, my father tells me the story of the first time he was in court, one of his fellow jurors ended up being cited for contempt. Courts make me nervous. I've been, as a potential juror, spent quite a bit of time in court waiting to find out if they need me for a particular case or not. As a security officer, I've been called to court to testify in cases in which I'm involved. Did not mean to do that. And the courthouse is something kind of like hospitals. I work at hospitals. I've worked at hospitals for nearly 20 years. And the fact remains that if I don't have to be in a hospital, I don't want to be in one. If I'm not working or being treated as a patient, I don't go to hospitals. I'm not one of these people that and apparently we have these people because I deal with them all the time as a security officer. Well, it's a nice day. I don't have anything to do. I think I'll go down and hang out at the hospital for a few hours. I'm not one of those people. And likewise, I don't go to the courthouse just for entertainment value. I hear sheepies. Hello. Alright, that looks like an awful lot like a skeleton dungeon, if I had to make a crazy guess. Because I hear skeletons, and I think I saw one around the corner there. And of course, if you're about to fight to your death against a bunch of skeletons, why are you bothering picking up iron? I don't know, I just do that. And, okay, good. First thing that happens is the skeletons attack each other, so that helps immensely. Gives me a second of free time to throw down some torches, one of which I immediately knocked down. And now we've cleared out a skeleton dungeon. Yay! Alright. And it looks like a fairly small one, too. Alright, anything of interest here? A music disc. Cat, that's my favorite. I think what I shall do is, I shall make me a few furnaces. I shall melt down some of this iron and other stuff that I'm carrying with me. And I will try to compress everything, make blocks out of stuff, neaten up my inventory. And while all that's going on, I will also be digging up all this mossy cobble. And I think that will be enough for an episode today. So I will end it here. We will take up immediately hereafter. Hopefully still in this skeleton dungeon. And hopefully with a stack and a half of mossy cobble. And hopefully with a better story and some more exciting adventures tomorrow. Alright, this is Uncle Troy signing out. Please have a good night.